Yay! We are back! Trying to make sure that it works. Looks good here. Okay. Cool. How's everybody doing today? Cool. Well, I've got some awesome stuff planned today. We're going to dive deep into working for the Lord. And I've got a word of encouragement for you, and then I'm going to share a little bit, a lot actually, about what I do on a daily basis. Like, what is my work? And I also want you guys to share as well. So be thinking about how you'd like to share that here. Last week we talked about vision, and that was a really special message that I shared last week about how vision is not just a figment of our imagination, but a message from God, and it gives us direction and purpose for what we're doing when we get really clear with it. And so I'm kind of piggybacking off of that last week's message. We're bringing that in today, and what we actually do with that vision once we have it and we've got it written down. And so that's where we got the message, working for the Lord. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll wait for a few more people to hop on here. Comment and let me know you're here. So, before we jump into everything, as usual, you guys, we're going to do our crowd music artist discovery. Almost said that wrong. Our crowd music artist discovery today is Kensington Moore. So you guys, maybe if you guys follow The Voice, maybe have heard of Kensington. She is such a cool, as I've dug into her on her bio here on Crowd Music and her social media pages, she's a really cool person, cool artist. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Barb. I'm talking about our crowd music artist today, Kensington Moore. And if you guys watch The Voice, you maybe have heard of her. She's a really cool young artist. In her bio here, it says she's 19, singer-songwriter. So she's done some really awesome things at a really young age. Today, the song that I'm going to little preview is called Strangers. Not to be confused with mine, Strangers with an S. But yeah, you guys can find her on here at crowdmusic.com. If you go to crowdmusic.com/AlexaKriss, you can find Kensington Moore, Strangers, and you can learn all about what crowd music is, how it's helping support artists as well as paying listeners as promoters. So yeah, it's a pretty cool site here. So here is Kensington Moore, Strangers. So cool. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. She says here in her bio that she's got a lot of influence from jazz, funk, and R&B. Good stuff. Yes, so, and she's really cool. She says she also desires to be transparent in her stories and wants to change the world with her music as well. So that's just super cool. I love when artists are bold and include that in their bios. So that is Kensington Moore, guys. crowdmusic.com/Alexa Kriss, and you can find all of that and other amazing artists there as well. Yay, Mom and Dad are on. Hello. Cool. Well, good. We're getting some numbers. That's great. Well, let's just go ahead and... Hi, John. Welcome. We're talking about working for the Lord today. So last time we talked about vision. And so I am just piggybacking off of that, and I'm going to share, I'm going to go a little deeper and talk about what actually I am doing. So first, I do have a little message for you. So we're just going to jump right into that. Colossians 3:23, and it says, whatever work you do, do it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. Sade? Reminds me of Sade. I don't know if I know Sade. I'll have to check that one out. Yes. So whatever work you do it with all your heart for the Lord. Is basically what this is saying. So I think that's a great place to start here. So I'm going to throw it back. So let's see, right? I went to school in exercise science. So I am very passionate about exercising and moving the body for health and wellness. So we moved, Max and I moved here to Kansas City about a little over a year ago now. And when we got out here, of course, I got my first big kid job. I call it my regular hour job because I have been working on the music career side of things for forever, basically, but those weren't really my regular hour, work things. So this was my regular hour job. So believe it or not, it was just a couple weeks into the job, and I loved the job. But I really heard very strongly that I was supposed to work for the Lord. The Lord was going to be my boss. That's what I heard. And it made sense to me because I'm a creative person, and I absolutely love the entrepreneur side of things. And I've always had a vision of having my own business and working for myself. And so I guess hearing that the Lord was going to be my boss just meant that, I wasn't actually working for myself. The vision hadn't changed. I was just actually going to be working for the Lord instead. Same vision, just different, working for someone else. And that was good to me. And, it actually kind of sounds, I don't know if I should say it, but it sounds a little selfish because the more time and the harder that I worked for somebody else's vision, and it is a vision and a business that I totally believe in. But the harder I worked for that vision, the harder it made me really want to work and pursue mine. And so that's what I did. That is what I'm doing right now. But little did I know that working for the Lord as my boss, to me specifically, and it's different for everybody, but to me specifically meant that he was sending me straight into full-time ministry. Whew. I'm not prepared for that, but that's okay because it was not quite time to jump into it at the time that I figured that out. It actually took about a year, just over a year of lots of planning and praying and devotion to this vision that I had before I actually felt like it was time to take the leap into the world of music and movement as my full-time ministry. And it did feel like a long time coming, I guess, that year of preparing, even though it really actually happened really fast. But I knew, last week we talked about Habakkuk 2, 2-3, and, I knew he'd promised it, and it was coming. The vision was coming. And I also know that in everything in every time there is a season. And so that was just a season, a good season, and I was there for a reason and a purpose. And so that's what I was supposed to be doing at the time. So I'm going to sidebar for a second. Oh, Sade. I'll check it out. So sidebarring here, I just have a little word for everybody here. I believe that we're all Esthers. All of us are Esthers, and we are all placed in unique and specific situations, and that includes our profession and our line of work. And we're all placed specifically there for such a time as this, or such a time as the one that you're placed in. And what's really cool and stood out to me in Esther 4:14, where that is stated, God basically says He's going to get His work done with or without me. But you guys, I'm way better off with Him. So, and better yet, He wants me. He wants to use me too. So why not? Why not take Him up on that offer? So that's what I'm doing. I encourage us all to look at it that way. What we're doing, our work is important for a purpose, and we're there for a specific reason. I was in that job position, that specific job position, with those specific people at that specific time for a specific purpose. I learned a lot, and I met some really amazing friends in a new city that I had none. So it was great. So I'm in a new season now, a new season. But the thing is God was just as much my boss then as He is now in this new season. That has not changed, and it will not change, and it doesn't change for anybody. That is so cool, and it's all because of Colossians 3:23. Whatever work you do, do with all of your heart. To me, heart is body, soul, and spirit. So do whatever you do with all of your heart as working for the Lord. So good. So that is my little message for you. So now I'm going to just kind of share, I guess, what I do on a daily basis, like what is my work. And as I talk about this, you guys feel free to share what your job description or job title or what you claim your work to be for the Lord. I think it's so cool to see where He has everybody uniquely, because we're all doing something super important and we're there for a reason. So go ahead and share. And this can be anything. This can be your official job title or what you consider your job description for working for the Lord. So go ahead and start sharing those in here, because I think that's going to be cool to see. So anyways, me, what do I do? So basically right now I am in a season or a phase of what I'm doing that is super, super intensive, clarifying my vision and developing the direction that is having me go. So I do that. I meet with a wonderful coach. His name is Chad, and of Big Time Grain Company. He's an artist and agent and really just great guy and coach here in the Kansas City area, and he's helped me a lot really see the importance of believing in the vision that I have in myself, and really seeing the importance in writing it down. And so that is what I am doing. I am working really, really hard to write extremely in-depth business plan and marketing strategies. In fact, my document is 20 plus pages now, and it is still a-going. So I'm getting super, super detailed. I spend a lot of time getting really, really detailed in my business plan and my marketing strategies, and writing down even things that, I used to think, oh, that's obvious, I don't even need to write that down. So I'm writing those down, breaking down the phases, and just taking the big picture and just breaking it down. So that is actually what I spend quite a bit of my time on right now in this season. Let's see, I'm also working a lot on branding and image, and I'm working with a good friend. Shout out to Vic. She has a new studio called The House Studio. And she's really great with creative direction, super talented, and she's helped me a lot with my visual content, teaching me how to create that, and helping create the brand with that goes with the vision, so it's all cohesive. So I spend a lot of time you know, planning out like photo shoots, actually doing the photo shoots, and leading me into the next thing on my list is planning and creating and scheduling visual content and content for everybody here. So I am actually going in and figuring out what I'm going to say, you know, maybe writing a blog about it, doing a video like this, or posting a picture with a verse or some inspiration that that moved me and that I want to share. So I'm actually creating the visual content for that as well. So I spend a lot of time doing that. This stuff is not my area of expertise at all. So I am I'm learning how to do a lot of these things, and kind of fine-tuning those skills. So speaking of fine-tuning skills, another thing that takes up a lot of my time right now, like what do I do? What does my work consist of? Is I'm working on my voice. So I've talked about how I've had this vocal injury, and if you go back and rewatch one of those videos where I tell you a little bit more about that and the, I guess, the voice issues that I've had, you can do that. It's on this page here, or you can find it on YouTube as well. Did I just see Molly? Hi, Molly. So yeah, I'm doing a voice therapy, and I've got a wonderful voice coach. We meet every other week, and she is just great at helping me free up my voice and learn how to reuse my vocal mechanism that I've used wrong and for many different reasons, and speaking properly as well. So of course I do have the music side of things still. I absolutely love that. I'm not giving that up. No. So I'm booking shows. I have Chad, one of my coaches. He does a lot of booking here in the city, but I do a lot of private events. So I'm booking those shows, and I'm learning new songs and practicing those songs because my voice, and then of course going out and singing those songs and those shows. So I spend a lot of time doing that. But I do have two main projects, big projects that I'm working on right now. And the main one, so I'm doing all of those other tasks and things. Those are like just daily work things that I do. But the big projects that I'm working on right now is, one, I'm going through Revelation Wellness training. And I'm so excited about it. We just started on the 20th. I'm sure you guys have seen that I was doing a fundraiser to help raise funds to fund that training. And it was going to be just a month-long thing, but we didn't quite raise as much as we were hoping, or to make it possible to do that. So it is still open. If you guys feel inclined to support that, but we're just moving forward with it. I feel very called to do it, so I'm believing that he'll provide. It's a big step in being able to use movement to get the message across, which I'm very passionate about. So I know it's very important, and he'll provide for that. I'm just having faith that is what's going to happen. But we just started the training, and it is more amazing than I thought it was even going to be. We are going through right now the founders, Elisa Keaton's book, The Wellness Revelation. And I will be able to lead small group devotional studies through that book, along with other devotional studies, along with actually teaching fitness and exercise classes as a form of worship. So it's going to be a really powerful tool to further the message, the vulnerably vibrant message, and the gospel, and the message of freedom. So that is the number one big project that I'm working on right now. That's probably taking the most of my time right now. But I'm also, the number two project is preparing my keynote concerts. So a keynote concert is basically speaking combined with music. And so during these keynote concerts, I am going to be sharing my stories and my life story and my faith testimony, and singing songs that kind of enhance that message during the presentations or the show. And so now that school has started, I'm working really, really hard to be able to get into some schools and speak and sing for them with that message. I hope to do that in college campuses and in communities and churches, and just really share a freeing message through just telling stories, basically, and things that I've learned from what I've gone through. So those are my two big projects that are consuming a lot of my time right now in this phase. That is what I spend a lot of time doing. It's just practicing and studying for that training, along with all of the content and vision development. Big picture stuff, might as well, since we're talking about it, I'll just go ahead and share some of the big picture vision. Before I do that, here I see some comments, so I'm going to hop in. Da, 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 da. Oh, see a friend. Also help people clean and listen to them. That is wonderful, Barb. Friend, take her places right. I love that. Yes, I do know, Cindy. You are a full-time musician. Cindy, my ministry. That's great. Hi, Judy. And Sharon, hello. That's great, guys. Keep sharing. That is so cool. I'll have to read those a little bit more in depth after this. Yeah, okay, so big picture vision stuff that I am working on right now. We're still working on clarifying the details of some of these things, but they are in the works. They're going to happen. Not exactly sure how yet, but they're happening. So the next big picture thing that we're working on is I have begun writing a book. Yes, never dreamed that would happen, but it is happening. I have started writing a vulnerably vibrant book, and it is basically just my story or my speaking in written form. So it's just going to be another tool, I guess, to share the message that I'm trying to get across. Eventually, I see this in the future, but I'm not exactly sure how. But I plan on making that a series where I hope to, if all goes like I'm imagining, make that a book series of telling other people's stories who are living vulnerably vibrant. So that is also in the works. I have also begun piecing together a devotional book that complements the Vulnerably Vibrant book that's my story. So that is in the works right now. This is all big picture stuff, but we are starting to head that direction. I'm working on writing a collection of songs that also complement the book and the devotional studies. And to top it all off, because it's message, music, and movement, I am putting together a video series of movement that's very freeing and really, I guess, complements or accentuates, or I guess drives home the message in movement form as well. So that's a lot of work. That is in the distant future, but it is in the process. We've started that kind of stuff and still working on getting clear with all of that. But yeah, it's in the works. Another thing that's also off in the distance is retreats. I really want to take an event and travel with these retreats. And again, not clear on all of this stuff yet, but it is also in the vision. So if you guys have ideas, let me know. Lastly is community. I'm working really, really, really hard on building a community around Vulnerably Vibrant, and because that's what I'm doing this for, so we can all do this together. So doing things like these Facebook Okay, are we back? I don't know what happened. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I panicked. Anyways, we're working on community, building a community around the Vulnerably Vibrant message, doing life together, getting free together, moving together, and lifting and holding each other up in this crazy thing called life. So that is okay. Good, we got a thumb. Good. That is my work right now. That's what I spend my time doing. It's kind of confusing. Most days I don't even know what I'm doing. So if I post something or I say something online that doesn't make sense or isn't clear, let me know, because or ask me questions, because really that helps more than you know on getting clear, and because that's what I want to do is get the message out and have it make sense to people. So definitely that helps a lot. Just ask if it doesn't make sense. Yes, that is what I have to say about that. So anyways, that is my work, and I am doing it with all of my heart for the Lord. He is definitely my boss in this, and I would not have it any other way. And that's just what it looks like for me. I see some of you already sharing what it looks like for you, and it's just so cool how it's different for everybody. So with that, my dear Esther friends, where have you been placed? Go ahead and keep sharing that here, and I'm going to sing a song for you. And this is a really, really special song to me, and I'm super excited about it because my little sister and I, well, not so little sister, and I are going to her concert on Thursday. Yay. But I just learned this, so I'm going to pull up the lyrics quick. The second feeling in your chest. Okay. Okay, so this song is perfect. I think the message is great. There's a line in here that says, this is your opportunity to let your life be one that lights the way. I think that's great because, again, we're all placed in a special, specific place on purpose for a reason, and when we're working for the Lord and the Lord is our boss, then that's our opportunity to let our life be the one that lights the way to the way, the reason that we're doing what we're doing and working for who we work for. So, with that, here is It's Your Life by Francesca Battistelli. Yay! This is the moment, it's on the line. Which way you gonna fall? You're in the middle between wrong and right, but you know after all, it's your life. What you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life. Are you who you always said you would be, with a sinking feeling in your chest? Always waiting for someone else to fix you. Tell me, when did you forget? It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. You live the way that you believe. This is your opportunity to let your life be one that lights the way. heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life. Yay! So fun. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good show. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. So definitely make sure you go check out Kensington more, crowdmusic.com/AlexaKriss. If you know somebody that would be interested in learning more about crowd music and getting involved, supporting artists, and maybe making a little side income, let me know. It's a really cool opportunity. I can get you plugged in there and join our crowd right away. Also, don't forget to post how you work for the Lord and what that looks like for you, because I think that's going to be a really fun discussion, and just to see what everybody is doing. Also, if you guys feel inclined to support what I'm doing at all, you can visit alexakriss.com/vulnerablyvibrant, and you can learn everything that I shared today, and support there if you feel inclined as well. Awesome. That's all I have, guys. I will see you next week, and we will talk and sing some more. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.